Hi and welcome back again. Today we're going to talk about how to create a really good hash from strings and how to verify that you typed in the correct string again. Now let me just show you some code to start up with. Of course, this example is made for the purpose of for you who are going to create a simple login manager. Creating a login manager can be a real difficult task and should not be tried out without good experience in security and know what you're doing. However, sometimes you need to create an internal or maybe less secure, just something to work with, not protecting any payment card or personal identifiable information. Then of course there are different ways in PHP that can help you away. In PHP, the most difficult hash, the most strong hash at the moment is Bcrypt, and that is also selected by applying the, let me just move the comment, the password default here. It is of course possible to change this to be something like, let's say you want to use the Bcrypt one, then you can go and replace directly and say I want to use Bcrypt. However, Bcrypt is the most powerful hashing algorithm at the moment in PHP, so using the default one is going to select you the Bcrypt. If you use the default option along with the password hash functionality, you will always use the most difficult hash for a potential hacker to break. So what is all this about and how do we use it? First of all, I would like to say that whenever you want to create a hash for something, you use the password hash function, pass in whatever string you get either from a HTML formula or a variable or some input from a user. In this case, it is the word secret-password. It's a literal string, however, in your case, it might be something be typed in from the user's console. We already talked about the password default parameter, which basically takes the strongest hashing algorithm. The third and probably most important one is the cost parameter. I set it to 10. It varies from 4 to 31. If you put it to 31, it's going to be really slow. If you put it to 4, it's going to be the weakest. And 10 usually is a really good mark. What this means is how much CPU should be utilized when creating the hash. Ergo also how much CPU should be utilized when you want to break it. The hash difficulty will be determined by the cost, and I recommend that you set it to somewhat around 10 to 15 depending on how powerful the machine is, and of course what is your context, how many people are going to use your algorithm. So I already recorded the hash. What I did is I outputted this variable called password hash with the echo sentence. So if we just do that right now, pay attention to that it does say correct password here, but what I get out on the screen is this part here, which is the whole hashed string. If I refresh my browser, I'm going to get a new hashed string. So why is that? Pay attention to the part here. The salt is a part of the algorithm. So if you already know about salt and you know what salt is, it is a small add you put to the actual hashing string. So something you put, let me demonstrate, create a variable called salt here, and it contains some random gibberish, not more random than this, however it's just an example, and then you have the password, let's say it's 123. The pseudocode would be something like this, so say salt concatenate with the password, and that will output to you the actual password. However, in the password hash, it already ships you with an automated salt which is saved along with the string. Up in line 4, I have a hashed string from the very first time I ran this code with the secret password or secret-password string. This is the hash that I'm going to test up against. So what I'm going to do is just remove the code I created here. I'm going to comment out the part where I created the hash. I'm going to go down to the part where it says password verify. Password hash, or sorry, the secret-password was the exact same string as I typed in when I created the hash with the cost of 10. The hash is now stored in the variable called hashed password up in line 4. Okay, so the hash password variable here is compared to the actual clear text string. If what I typed is equal to this hash up here. I'm getting in and the correct password is being displayed in the screen. Let's save and go and try this. It says correct password, which is of course true. If we put anything else in, let's say password 2, and save it, go back to the screen and update, it's going to tell me it's a wrong password because it is not the password that I hashed originally. So of course I'm going to remove that, go back again, and see that it's a correct password. How would you go around and use this? It's very easy actually. On line 4 you see the hashed password variable, and that is the actual value in between the single quotes that's going to be saved in the database. You probably have a database table already, something along a line like this, with an ID, an ID, it keeps not doing what I want, sorry, and let's say you have a username, and a password. This is ID 1, and this is Bob. Okay, I should definitely not get that generated. Then this password hash would be sitting along on the table. So you might have more users. And another one is stored right here. So that is the way you're going to use the hashes. So whenever you're going to do this, you will of course have to have some sort of SQL statement selecting the password from this table name and pull it out and compare it to whatever hash you have already. You need to use the password verify in order to compare. It is not something you can do just solely using a SQL statement like select all from. If you want to do that, you should definitely think about using a Bcrypt raw algorithm to encrypt your passwords. Hash your passwords. However, I really strongly suggest that you use the password verify functions because they are already shipped with everything you need. You need to pull out the hash before you password verify in your database. It is not a big deal, it is just one extra step, but I hope you understand and why this is important. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you will like my video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell to get future notifications. Be aware that I have a full course in the OWASP Top 10 on my channel. Let me just show you my channel. I'm gonna pull in my channel. This is my channel I have, and I'm on the content, and at the current moment you can see that I have a lot of videos here. I just uploaded something about upload images with Ajax in PHP, the secure way, and PHP cross-site script prevention. I have a full course in Python, and I also have a full course in OWASP Top 10, which is the Open Web Application Security Project. And I hope you would like to see all my videos and subscribe to my channel, like them, leave a comment. I will of course reply. Hope to see you again online. Bye.